Everybody, welcome back. Good morning. This is Miles George, Trees and Bees. I want to show off right quick. So 2 months ago, maybe 2 months and an extra week, I made a video that went incredibly viral about how to make those easy air layers, okay? And I want to show you the results. And this is what I was talking about. This is what I did. I was slipping a pot over a chute, okay? Even if it comes in from the side right there, okay? And you can just stick it right through the pot and root it, and they work incredibly well. So I've cut off approximately 99. Since I did them all, it's all of these trees here, and it's all of these here. So some of them immediately wilted right away. They either, the roots broke off, or they didn't have roots like I thought they had. So what I did was come in here and cut all the leaves and the top off, okay? But look at the ones that, this one looked terribly bad. This one I know for sure. No, this one of these, and it might not be for sure, broke off roots, and now they're coming back. Every one of them that had a problem about a week and a half ago is now coming back. All right, so this is all of these here. These were 1 gallon air layer, put a pot slipped over a branch, filled with soil, kept watered through the drought that we had for the past 2 months. And then some mulch was put on top, right at the same time that I did the air layer. And about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I cut off down at the bottom of that 1 gallon pot, which is like that size. Picked it up, potted it into a larger pot, and I'm having incredible success. So you can see this one here had wilted down, so I cut it down. This one here also, and it's bouncing back. This one here, I cut all the leaves and the tops off, and it's staying good. So it had a problem with the roots weren't like developed enough in that 1 gallon pot. But now that it's been severed and all the leaves were cut off and it was put in the shade and watered, those roots grew immediately because there was all those little white nodules on that stem already. So bam, right? But check this out. I'm gonna walk over here and show you. Then here's one more little tip. So some of them I knew for sure that they weren't ready, okay? Because when I went to lift the pot, it slid up the pot too much like this. All right, and this one's not doing it because when I came across these, I went ahead down in here, and in my video, I didn't girdle. I just popped leaves off, no rooting hormone, and just slipped these pots over. Okay, sometimes you gotta get creative. I got those sitting up on top of other pots, but I didn't use any rooting hormone or anything or girdling. But what I'm trying to say is since then, when I checked, I went ahead and used my tool, my cutters, to try and girdle as best I could. And I think these have rooted in the past maybe 10 days really good. So there's a 2 gallon pot on a Rockaway green. That's fully rooted in there. I just didn't take it off because I was worried about up-potting the little guys. So I've got all sorts of, there's a long Diute right there. I can see the name while I'm videoing. All the different names, types of figs, all sorts of fruit popping off. I'm not in the fruit business. I'm making more trees available. We sell at Figapalooza, what's coming up September 19th. This is that Des Tracer's place. I ate several fruit off of this. They were good. They're, you know, I don't really fertilize heavy like most guys do with synthetics. I just use like a chicken manure based fertilizer, maybe once or twice a year. I've got too many trees, and it's not lazy. It's just I'm not that far along yet. Maybe eventually I'll be fertilizing like crazy and have them on a drip irrigation and a real good schedule. But right now, you know, I just kind of jumped into the hobby a couple of years ago with both feet, started rooting cuttings in the wintertime. I planted out hundreds of fig trees out here into the orchard. A lot of them didn't make it, a lot of them did. You've seen some older update videos. This is Zing Jane, and I put these giant air layers on them. So they're all rooted up, I'm sure, but they'll be getting cut off like maybe 2 weeks before Figapalooza. These are all LSU purple. And then there's a bunch more fig trees and air layers down through that away. So I got all those off already, all those. These are mostly mother trees for next year. A lot of these will be going. Brad, if you're watching, or anybody still watching, still check this out. You can see that Pino de Mel from Brad Hamilton, my buddy up in Ohio that comes down for Federpalooza too. A couple of mulberry trees, a bunch of pawpaw trees through here, chestnut trees back at the end, some muscadine grape varieties because I'm trying to practice air layering on them, but I'm about to plant a giant muscadine vineyard up at the end of my driveway. See, these are a bunch of willows that I'm planting just for willow crafts and fun. And a couple of kiwis down here, more figs. All these right here will be coming. Well, I'm gonna try and bring as many as I can to Federpalooza. But you see all sorts of cuttings and different stuff in different stages. So that's what my fig tree nursery looks like right now. I don't know if I said the date, Friday, August 14th, 2026. I just want everybody to go out there and make 10 more air layers today on your fig trees. It's not too late. Even if that pot sits on that branch all the way until next spring, it will root out and be ready to be removed and planted in a bigger pot at that time. So go multiply your trees, y'all. It's easy and it's fun and it can be profitable, okay? I might make a video update on how much we made last year on just making air layers, simple air layers on these trees. That's how all of these have been propagated. Air layers are cuttings. So, all right, y'all have a great day. See ya.